Hello, English learners. Welcome back to another episode of Podcast English Learning, your friendly space to grow your English skills, step by step, with joy and confidence. My name is Aaron, and I'm Evan. We're so happy to be here with you again. How are you today? Whether you're walking outside, sitting at your desk, or relaxing at home, we're glad you're spending this time with us. Thank you for listening. Now, today's episode is very practical and very useful. We're going to help you talk about your daily routine in simple, clear, natural English. The title of this episode is Talk About Your Day in English. Why is this topic important? Because your everyday life is full of English opportunities. Think about it. People often ask, what do you do in the morning? What's your day like? How's it going today? These are real questions, and they come up in small talk, at work, in school, or when you meet someone new. If you can describe your day in English, you'll feel ready, confident, and more natural in real conversations. And here's a great way to think about it. Every sentence you learn is like a tool in your English toolbox. So when someone asks you a question, you can just open your toolbox, take out a sentence you've practiced, and boom, you're ready to speak. In this episode, we'll guide you step by step. We'll share simple examples, real stories, and clear sentences that you can use in your own daily life. Also, stay with us until the end, because Crystal will walk you through a special vocabulary section. And don't forget, we've prepared a free PDF guide just for you with exercises and useful notes. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let's begin with the start of the day, the morning. Now let's be honest, mornings can be hard, right? For me, my alarm rings at 7 a.m., and I almost always want to stay in bed. My eyes open just a little, and I think, do I really have to get up? But after a few seconds, I sit up, stretch my arms, and say to myself, okay, let's do this. Evan is the same. His alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m., and he always says, just 5 more minutes. But guess what? 5 minutes turns into 20. Can you relate? After getting out of bed, the first thing I do is brush my teeth and wash my face. That cold water helps me wake up. Then I take a shower. The warm water feels like a restart button. It helps me feel fresh, clean, and ready for the day. Next comes breakfast, my favorite part of the morning. I usually eat some bread with butter and jam, and maybe some eggs. On weekends, I like to make pancakes. It feels like a treat. And of course, coffee, my best friend in the morning. Evan prefers something simpler. He drinks tea and eats toast. But when he's very hungry, he eats cereal with milk. Now here's something important for you, our listener. All of these actions are things you can describe in English. For example, I eat bread, I drink coffee, I take a shower. These are simple sentences, but when you put them together, you're telling your story. After breakfast, it's time to get ready for work. I get dressed, check my bag, turn off the lights, grab my keys, wallet, and phone. Then I take a deep breath and step outside. Oh, and don't forget to check your keys. I once locked myself out. Not fun. Once we finish breakfast, it's time to really get ready for the day. This is when we move from slow morning mode to let's go mode. I check my bag, laptop, wallet, keys, water bottle. I quickly look around the house one last time. Are the lights off? Is the stove off? Okay, time to go. Evan does the same. He gets dressed, looks in the mirror, and makes sure everything is in place. Sometimes he even packs a small snack. And one very important habit, always double check your keys. Why? Because one time, Evan forgot his keys and locked himself out. Yep, he was stuck outside. So now, every single day, he checks carefully before closing the door. And that's the moment when the outside part of the day begins. Time to leave for work. Now let's tell you a little about our jobs. We both work as software engineers. That means we spend a lot of time with computers, writing code, fixing bugs, solving problems, and sometimes just scratching our heads in confusion. The fun part? We work in the same company. That's how we became close friends, or as we like to say, besties at work and besties on the mic. But wait, when do we record this podcast? Good question. The answer is usually on weekends or after work if we still have energy. This podcast is our passion project. It's something we love doing together just for you. But before we get to the office, there's something we all face: the commute. For me, I drive to work. For Evan, he takes the bus. Simple English you can practice. I take the bus. I drive my car. The bus is crowded. The commute is exhausting. These short sentences are powerful. They help you tell your real story in English. When I reach the office, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. And guess what I see first? Emails. So many emails. It never ends. But I tell myself, don't panic. Just one at a time. After that, I check my tasks for the day. Sometimes I write code. Sometimes I fix bugs. Other times I prepare for meetings. Some days feel heavy, but some days are exciting, especially when I solve a problem fast. It makes me feel proud and productive. Now here's something useful for you. You can talk about your work or study routine using very simple English. For example, I open my laptop. I check my emails. I write. I join meetings. If you're a student, it's just the same. I go to class. I listen to the teacher. I take notes. I talk with my friends. Whether you work or study, talking about this part of your day helps you practice real, useful English. Simple words, real life, and that's the best way to build fluency. Lunchtime, a small break in the middle of the day. Sometimes I bring food from home. Other times we order together with coworkers. For me, lunch is usually light, maybe rice and vegetables, or just a sandwich. And always lots of water. If I don't drink enough, I get sleepy in the afternoon. After eating, I like to take a short walk, just 5 or 10 minutes outside. Fresh air helps me clear my mind and feel ready for the rest of the day. Evan sometimes just sits with his coworkers. They chat, laugh, and share little stories. That friendly time gives him energy to go back to work. And then it's back to the desk. More emails, more tasks, sometimes meetings. Yes, some afternoons feel heavy, but when I finish one big task, I feel proud. I say to myself, I did something important today. You can talk about this part of your day in simple English. I eat lunch. I talk with coworkers. I walk outside. I go back to work. Easy words, real life. That's how fluency grows. One sentence at a time. That feeling when the workday is finally over. I close my laptop, stretch my back, and smile. It feels like a small victory. Every single day. Then comes the second commute, the trip back home. For Evan, it's the bus again. Sometimes it's still crowded, but there's a difference. Now he knows he's going home. That makes it feel better. For me, it's the drive through traffic. Yes, it can be stressful, but I turn on some relaxing music. That helps me unwind after a long day. And finally, I arrive home. The first thing I do? Dinner. I usually eat with my family. Simple food. Rice, chicken, maybe a salad. But for me, it's not just about eating. It's about connection. We sit together, talk, share stories from our day. That time feels warm and peaceful. After dinner, I like to take a shower. It helps me feel fresh and relaxed again. Evening time is for hobbies and rest. Sometimes I read a book. Sometimes I watch TV. Sometimes I even study a little English, just like you. Evan likes to listen to music, call a friend, or simply enjoy some quiet time. And yes, sometimes we record this podcast at night too. Now here's the good news. You can talk about your evening in English using very simple sentences. I eat dinner. I spend time with my family. I take a shower. I read a book. I watch TV. These are everyday actions. But when you practice them in English, they help you grow your fluency little by little. And then comes the final part of the day, nighttime. This is when I finally feel ready to rest. I brush my teeth. I change into comfortable clothes. Pajamas time. Sometimes I scroll on my phone. I say, just 5 minutes, but it turns into 30. Sound familiar? But usually I try to end my day peacefully. Maybe I read a few pages of a book or listened to calm music. Evan likes to reflect. What did I do today? What can I do better tomorrow? That quiet moment helps him feel calm inside. And then finally I close my eyes and go to sleep. Usually around 11 p.m. Simple habits, simple words, but together they tell your story in English. And remember, friends, when you practice English every day, you're not just learning new words. You're learning to notice your life more closely. You're building awareness. You're growing. To help you even more, we've invited someone special. It's time for our favorite part of the show, the vocabulary breakdown with Crystal. Let's give the mic to Crystal. Take it away. Hi, everyone. I'm Crystal, and I'm so excited to help you review 10 key words from today's episode. We'll go slowly, step by step. I'll give you the meaning, an example, and a chance to repeat the word after me. Ready? Let's go. 1. Embarrassing. Something that makes you feel shy, uncomfortable, or silly. Example. It was embarrassing when I dropped my drink in front of everyone. Repeat after me. Embarrassing. One more time. Embarrassing. 2. Passion. Something you truly love and care about. Example. Music is her passion. She plays guitar every day. Say it with me. Passion. Again, passion. 3. Commute. The trip from home to work or school. Example. My commute takes 30 minutes by train. Repeat. Commute. Once again. Commute. 4. Nightmare. A very bad dream or a terrible experience. Example. Losing my passport at the airport was a nightmare. Say it with me. Nightmare. Again, nightmare. 5. Paradise. A perfect, peaceful place. Example. The beach was so beautiful, it felt like paradise. Repeat. Paradise. Once more, paradise. 6. Sway. To move slowly from side to side. Example. The trees sway gently in the wind. Say it. Sway. Again. Sway. 7. Convenient. Easy and helpful. Saves time or effort. Example. Online shopping is convenient because I don't have to go outside. Repeat. Convenient. One more time. Convenient. 8. Exhausting. Something that makes you very tired. Example. Running a marathon is exhausting. Say it with me. Exhausting. Again. Exhausting. 9. Crowded, full of too many people. Example. The bus was so crowded I couldn't find a seat. Repeat. Crowded. One more. Crowded. 10. Calm. A peaceful, relaxed feeling. Example. The lake was quiet and calm. Say it. Calm. One more time. Calm. Great job. You've just learned 10 powerful words. But don't stop there. Try to use these words in your own sentences today. The more you speak them, the more natural they become. And remember, every time you describe your day, you're not just practicing English, you're learning how to express yourself. If you want more practice, we've got something special for you. We created a free PDF guide with exercises, vocabulary, grammar, and listening practice, all based on today's episode. Check the link in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us today. We talked about daily routines, we practiced real English, and we learned together. Your progress doesn't stop here. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and always remember, your daily life is the best classroom for English. We'll see you next time on the Podcast English Learning Show. Bye for now, and happy learning.